We are actually quite a mess,
Okay.
Emmie. We seem like we're not, but we are.
Who's not?
No, it's like, what is it? Ducks or geese above the water. Swans above the water, they look all graceful, and underwater, they're like, oh my God, get me out of here. I don't actually like the water.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
And Emmie, since you are our guest, please start us off. What do you think is the best thing about this show?
I hope that it's a universal experience, but for me, it's just the sense of nostalgia that everyone's absolutely craving. And I think post-pandemic, we can all kind of imagine a world that is very, very different than the one that we were previously living in. And like nostalgia is something that everybody just takes comfort in. And so I think seeing like something that everybody can universally understand transform from nostalgia into like what it becomes in Act 3, I absolutely love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to say, already I am in line with what you're saying, Emmie. I said that it reminded me how much I love The Simpsons, and the fact that it was able to weave The Simpsons, weave that sort of childhood show that I grew up on, into this weave that into this post-apocalyptic setting and feature moments of depth, comedy, swordplay, musical numbers, and like checked all the boxes for me. Also, the fact that it has so many opportunities for theatrical creativity. I just thought that it was an outside the box play, and really, 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 really cool.
This play is very far outside the box, for sure.
So, what is box?
To me, I think I definitely agree with you both about the enjoyment and the intrigue of the way they use nostalgia to create something new. But to me, this play has something I haven't really ever seen before. The playwright was curious about what would happen to a piece of pop culture after an apocalyptic event. How would it evolve? And because we have Act 1 set 7 months or so, or 3 months or so after a huge global pandemic has wiped out most people, and then Act 2 is 7 years after this, and then Act 3 is 75 years, we're not following the people in this play. Like, my instinct, I think a lot of people's instinct, is you want to connect to the people, you want to go on their journey, and this play won't let you. I mean, most of the people from Act 1 and Act 2 are the same, even if they're almost a decade apart. But Act 3, they're long gone. And so what I realized is that the characters are none of the characters are the protagonist. The protagonist is this story, and I've never seen that before. It's several kind of stories, because it's both the Simpsons episode and it's the Cape Fear story, and it's all these other pop culture moments that feed into it. But it's really about how one particular story evolves over time based on memory and events and cultural need, and as well as how other stories feed into it. And that's fascinating. It was so wild to me when it occurred to me. It was like, the story is the protagonist. What? Mind blown.
Oh, light bulb.
We're gonna read up on a lot of plays and talk about them in many ways. So welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Read more plays. I don't know if it's just like the millennial in me, but I love that Brittany would transcend the apocalypse. Like, I love that.
Of course she would.